So if you're like me, you have a problem with keeping your desk clean and you desperately need help fixing it. Think of this video as a love letter to myself on the rules of keeping a clean desk setup, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two from my experience. Rule number 1. Commit to not making your desk a junkyard. Teas, leftover food, chips, literally anything that does not belong needs to go. And you need to commit to a ritual of putting things away when you're done with them. I find that when I allow clutter to stockpile on my desk, I don't want to work there. It does something to my brain, it makes me feel cloudy and messy, and my productivity goes down because of it. Rule number 2. Everything has a place and purpose. I actually went ahead and removed as many items as possible from my desk and just hit a hard reset button. Which items have purpose for my desk and where will I actually place them? For example, I have a beautiful headphone stand for my AirPods Max, but I'm currently in a phase where I'm not using them much at all for the last few months, so that has to go. A digital clock that tells me the time and weather and is powered by Google Assistant, that has to go because I don't really use that anymore. Something that is useful is this incredibly unique to-do list from Delta Hub that is reusable by a simple wash underwater. Delta Hub was kind enough to partner with me on this video and send over some tools to make my desk feel less cluttered and my mind more inspired. Unboxing this to-do list was truly a treat, and it was one of the first items I set up on my new desk redesign. It's made of a beautiful black anodized aluminum, and it has incredibly strong magnets that keep everything in place. I always liked the idea of analog to-do lists at a desk, as it's a good way to get thoughts out of your mind and put them on something physical and make you more able to tackle your day. And one of the first things I'd actually put on my list is to clean my desk end of day. That small daily commitment is necessary to keeping a desk organized, and once I fulfilled all of my tasks for the day, it's a simple wash underwater to reset the to-do list for tomorrow. Another purpose-built item for your desk that does wonders is a vanity tray, which I actually have a really great one from Delta Hub. It's a nice tool to congregate miscellaneous accessories and small office supplies that don't necessarily have a place on your desk like rule number 2 requires. If you guys are interested in more accessories that help your desk feel purposeful and organized, click my link down below to check out Delta Hub's full set of desk organizers that help you stay uncluttered and productive. A big shout out to Delta Hub for partnering with me on this portion of the video. Rule number 3, use technology to your advantage. Not all of us have really large desks, so it's important to find items that don't take up much space, but still deliver the need that you're looking for. For example, this screen bar halo from BenQ serves as a really powerful desk lamp that takes up 0 square feet of real estate on my desk as it just sits on my monitor and does an incredible job lighting my workspace. If you have a newer phone that supports wireless charging, you can consider charging your phones and accessories wirelessly instead of with cables to reduce clutter. If you want a freaking cool way to keep your pen at a desk, consider getting this product that literally keeps my pen floating in mid-air with magnets and actually gives my pen a specific place in my desk. Like I outlined in rule number 2, everything has a place. I also find that getting dedicated speakers takes up way too much space on my desk for my taste, so I opted to buy the Apple Studio display as it has really great speakers built in and doesn't take up much desk real estate. Also, think about the keyboard you're using. I don't use full-size keyboards because I don't need the number pad, so by opting for the Logitech MX Keys Mini, for example, which is smaller and has the minimum keys I need, it's been a really effective way to get back space. And finally, consider a docking station. I have one from Anker. It's a Thunderbolt 4 docking station, and it has just about every single port I could ever need in one place. Multifunctional items like these are game-changing to making a desk more useful without adding too much clutter. Rule number 4, please cable manage your life. This means getting trays under your desk to hold up your cables. This could mean tying knots with cables that can't be hidden but allow them to appear more organized. Point being that cables equal clutter, and having clutter, at least for me, is a huge pain point that prevents my mind from becoming productive. Rule number 5, generally, bigger is better. I highly recommend you get the biggest desk you can afford and make use of, as the extra space is not wasted money. You open up more possibilities of how your desk can actually be used. Yes, more desk space can lead to more clutter, but if we follow rule number 2 of only putting items that have a place and purpose, this won't be much of a problem. I've used all kinds of desk sizes, and my personal recommendation is nothing smaller than 55 inches wide. I personally found anything smaller to be too small, and I felt limited what I could actually put on my desk. Rule number 6, give it a vibe. Have fun with this. Give your desk a personality that represents you and the feeling that you want to get from this workspace. I fall into the camp of minimalism, so I try not to have too many colors on my desk, and I try to only have a small set of high quality items that aid my ability to be productive. I'd recommend plants if you can get them. I used to actually have some, but ever since I got my kitten named Luna, I don't trust her at all that she wouldn't just devour them when I'm not looking. I could always get fake plants though, so I'm kind of considering that. Rule number 7, look around your desk. There's space there too. Admittedly, this rule doesn't apply to me and more so to you guys watching this video if you have wall space around your desk, as I'm actually just by a window. Utilize shelves and wall-mounted organizers such as a pegboard if you have that option available to you. These provide additional storage without taking up desk real estate. It's also an effective way to keep frequently used items within an arm's reach without crowding your workspace as well. Rule number 8, don't forget about digital organization. While this does not relate to the physical cleanliness of your desk, a cluttered desktop computer screen can be just as overwhelming as a messy desk. Regularly organize your files, use folders, and delete the stuff that you don't need anymore. Think about using cloud storage like iCloud or Google Drive if you want access to important files everywhere you go. A clean computer desktop of files can help maintain just a clearer mental workspace. Rule number 9, regularly review and refresh. Even with the best intentions, what once worked for me 4 months ago won't work for me in the future. If you've been following my channel for the last few years, I've changed my desk setup and my workspace so many different times. And that's not a bad thing. You as a human being has needs that are always evolving, so I'd highly recommend setting out time once every quarter or every few months to review what you have on your desk and ask yourself, does it have a place and a purpose? And do you have needs that aren't being met right now? Don't think of desk setups as this stagnant decision that you make at a single point in time. They are truly projects that never end, and you continue to build upon them in the years to come.